Today's practice is going to be an all-around sort of a basic hatha yoga practice. Get a little bit of forward folds, a little bit of back bends, a few twists, but we're going to move a little bit slower and more mindfully, taking some awareness with the breath, the movement, building a little bit of strength throughout the entire body. So go ahead. The only thing you might need would be a blanket or something to prop yourself up on, so a towel. Go ahead and fold that up so you're a little propped up. We're going to start in a seated position. And go ahead and take your hands, palms up onto your knees, roll your shoulders down your back. Take a few breaths here just to come into the space, setting your intention for your practice, whatever that may be. Relaxation, release of energy, build energy, de-stress, stretch out, whatever it may be. Go ahead and find that place. Half close your eyes or close them all the way. And just take a few moments to start to notice your breath. And then maybe begin to focus your attention on the three-part breath. So breathing first in that space right above your navel, and then the center of your chest, and then your collarbones. Exhaling, collarbones, chest, navel. Imagining your lungs as this container that you fill up from the bottom to the top, an empty top to bottom. Think of it as a cylinder, so you fill the round sides as well as the back, and you breathe into all those spaces. And maybe for a few breaths, you inhale through your nose and sigh through your mouth. And gently opening your eyes, go ahead and take your hands up over your head, interlace your fingers, flip the fingers inside out and press up and lift through the shoulders, through the torso. Then exhale, take those hands out in front of you. Curve the back into a C, look down at your feet, stretch those hands forward. Maybe you drop your chin to your chest. And then coming back to center, take those hands to either side of your body. So you're going to inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, walk that right hand over to the right, left hand to that right knee and twist. Inhaling, lifting, exhale. Twist a little bit deeper for one breath. And two breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to center over to the opposite side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhaling, lengthen, exhale, back to the center. Take that right hand over to the right, left hand up and over, sweeping. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. One more on the other side. Nice, slow, mindful breath and mindful movements. And go ahead and walk your hands and fold forward. So however far you get here, it's the beginning of your practice, so be kind and receptive to the things your body is telling you at the very beginning of the practice. Know that this is simply a starting point. Maybe you walk your hands over to the right, fold over that right knee for just a breath. Then back to center, over to the left. Back to center, and walk those hands back up. You're going to cross your legs the opposite way. So everybody has a preferred method of crossing their legs. You'll find you do one leg in front all the time. It's good to mix it up a little bit though. Sit up nice and tall, then sort of fold yourself forward. Take 3 breaths here. Trying to be aware of that 3-part breath. This time walking hands over to the left. Inhale and exhale here. Back to center, walking your hands over to the right. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. And back to center, walk your hands back up. Take those hands around behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, drop the chin to the chest. And then release your hands, palms back on those knees. So just a little neck stretch here. You're going to drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Get that left shoulder very, very heavy. If it wants to ride up, you can always take that right hand and sort of hold that right shoulder down. And then just drawing a line of your chin from your right shoulder up at a diagonal over to the top left corner and back again. Just a couple of times to release those vertebrae. Drop your right hand down, drop the chin to the chest. Think about pulling the shoulders away from the ears and then rolling that left ear over to that left shoulder. Once again, you can take that left hand on the right shoulder to just weigh it down a little bit more. Sometimes one side will feel a little bit more tension or tightness in the neck area. Once again, drawing that line from the left shoulder all the way up to a diagonal in the right top corner with your chin and back. Being very slow movements. Back to center, drop that left hand down, chin to chest. Lifting your chin, maybe rolling your shoulders a time or two. Forward and back. Maybe you do opposite shoulders. Maybe you do both at the same time. I always feel funny when I do both. So Lucy was in here, but she's gone away because I took her blanket away. I feel bad now. Go ahead and come on to hands and knees. Take that blanket off to the side. You probably won't need it here. And go ahead and just center yourself up into a tabletop position. So if this is a lot on your wrists and this is not your preferred way of doing things, or you have wrist issues, you can take fists, or you can take what we call cupcake hands, which requires a little bit more strength, but it's a little bit more interesting sort of format. Or if wrists are really not your friend, you can come down onto forearms. Okay. So wherever you're at, palms flat, cupcake hands, fists, or on the forearms, you're going to inhale, move the body around a little bit, and then drop that belly down, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin, exhale, arch and round, cat-cow. And then coming back to center, lifting the belly up. Change your position if you feel like you need to position your hands a little bit differently. You're going to inhale, take that right leg back, rock back and forth a little bit. And then come back to a stable position. You're going to inhale, press through that heel, exhale, drop that knee back into position. Shift sides, left foot goes out, maybe rock back and forth, open up the leg and the foot and the ankle. And then come back to your tabletop core engaged. Press back through the heel of that foot. Inhale, then exhale, drop that knee down. Inhale, take right leg out. Exhale, lift the heel. Inhale, back in. We're going to switch this twice. Inhale, left leg out. Exhale, lift. Inhale, back in. Again on the right. Inhale, foot out. Exhale, lift. Inhale, knee in. Inhale, back. Exhale, lift. Inhale in. Just changing it up a little bit. Inhale that foot back. exhale out to the side. Inhale in and exhale kneeling. Inhale out. Exhale out to the side. Inhale in and exhale back to kneeling. Inhale back. Exhale, lift the knee. Tap it over to the side. Lift the foot. Come back to the middle. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Inhale over to the side. Exhale, lift that foot up and come back to center. Changing it up here again. Inhale, take that leg back. Lift the heel. Take that left arm out in front of you. 3 deep breaths here. So engage the core. Drop that right hip down just a little bit so you have equal, even hips. And then exhale, hand and knee down. Switch sides. Inhale, left knee out. Right hand up. Stretch out through the fingertips. Drop that left hip down just a tiny bit. And then exhale, hand and knee down. Inhale, lift it back, bend the knee, pressure the heel, flex the toe, lift the belly up, and then exhale that knee down, other side. Inhale, leg out, lift up, bend knee, pressure the heel, lift the belly, and exhale down. Go ahead and shift back into child's pose. Knees together on this one. I normally suggest knees apart, but we're going to start with knees together and we'll kind of move them apart. Arms out as far as you can get them up onto the cupcake hands. And then inhale, rock forward, come onto forearms. So you're going to flip your toes, lift your hips up a little bit. We're just going to hover here. You can rock back into the heels a little bit more, shift your weight more toward the heels and ankles and feet. And then if you want to, you can straighten those legs out, walk the feet a little bit closer. Now you can stay here with your knees bent or otherwise, or you can start to walk your hands up into downward facing dog. You walk the hands a little closer together, drop one elbow then the other, drop down to the knees, take the knees wide, toes together, shift back into child's pose. Arms super wide here, so walk them out a little wider than the mat, pinkies off the side. And then inhale, come back up to center, palms flat. Go ahead and walk your feet out so you're in downward facing dog and walk those feet together so that you're out in forward fold here. Here's Lulu. Bend your knees generously. You're going to inhale, lift up. Bend your knees if you need to. Find length in the spine. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And taking the hands to the hips, you're going to inhale, flat back. Exhale out here. Inhale, lift all the way up. And come to standing. Take your feet about hip distance apart, more close together. Your choice here. Arms down to the side, ground through mountain pose, Tadasana. Take some nice deep breaths. Feel your feet connecting to the floor. On your next inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Either bring your palms together or hands apart. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, lifting halfway, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep all the way to the top. And exhale, hands to heart. 3 more times here. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift. Fingertips to the floor. You can take your hands to your shins as well. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweeping up, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Last one. Inhale, sweep up, come up nice and high. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up to the top. And exhale, hands to heart. Take the hands down by the sides, back to your Tadasana pose. Lifting up through the core, lifting up through the kneecaps. Rolling the shoulders back, finding length and height here. Tadasana stands for mountain pose. So we think of sort of feeling like a mountain, nice and tall and stable and sturdy. A little bit of looseness in the knees. Finding your breath here. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Stretch through your fingertips. Reach up nice and tall, tuck the belly in, and then go ahead and gently start to bend the knees. Rock the hips back, come back into the heels, toes, lift a little bit. And if you find you have sort of a curvy back, you tend to kind of curve and have a back bend in this pose, tuck the belly in just a little bit. Maybe move the pelvis down and think of taking the tailbone down just a little bit. And take 3 more deep breaths. Show you what this looks like from the side. On an exhale, bend and fold. Take the hands out behind you, reach back. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. And last one, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold back. And then go ahead and bend your knees, fold forward, reach down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way back up to the top. And exhale, hands to heart. Go ahead and step wide on your mat. Nice wide, comfortable leg. You can hop wide too, okay? And turn your right foot out to the right, left foot in just a little bit. Press your both feet firmly. Go ahead and take your arms out to the side. Reach out with the fingertips. Go ahead and bend that right knee and come into warrior 2. So reaching back with that left arm, you're going to kind of reach out and look through the right fingertips. Steady the torso right up and down over the hips. And then reaching out through those right fingertips. Drop that right elbow down. Arm goes up. Turn the palm to face up over your head and fold out to reach up. Inhale back to warrior 2. Look out. Exhale, reverse side angle. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, elbow down, just resting there. Arm up and overhead, stretch to the side waist. Inhale, back up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior 2. Reach out, drop that elbow down. Last time, reach up and over, stretch the fingertips. And come back to center. Adding a little flow here. So you're going to reach out through the fingertips. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Straighten out that right leg. Look straight ahead. Exhale, look right over those right fingertips. Inhale, straight ahead, palms together. One more time. Exhale, bend the knee. Last one, reach up. Take the hands down to the hips, turn the feet out to the long edge of the mat. Take a little rest here. Lucy's back. She likes to play with my lights. Go ahead and turn that left foot out. Same thing here. Try to find that either heel to heel or heel to center of your back foot alignment. Arms out to the side, stretch out through the fingertips. Press through both feet firmly. Bend that left knee. Okay? Looking out over those left fingertips. Press a lot of pressure through this back leg. Kind of distribute your weight equally here. Reach out a little bit, drop that elbow to the knee. Right arm goes up and over, palm facing down. Then inhale back to warrior two, looking out over the left fingertips. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Look up or down. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reach, drop that elbow, arm goes up overhead. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, up and back. Inhale, warrior two. Last one. Exhale, down, up and over. Inhale, back to warrior two. So go ahead, you're going to inhale, stretch up, look up, straight ahead. Exhale, hands reach out, look out over the left fingertips. Inhale up, straightening that left leg. Exhale, fingertips out. Last one, inhale, palms together, look straight ahead. Exhale, look out over those left fingertips. Drop those hands to the waist. Come back to center. Shake it off a little bit to walk the feet back together or hop them back together. And do a little tree pose here. So take your hands to your heart. We're going to start with your drishti or gaze, pointing down a couple of, maybe a couple of yards in front of you. Okay. Go ahead and bend that right knee. Keep a little openness in that left knee. And then bring that foot either to the inside of your calf muscle or the inside of your thigh. Lift up through the torso, take arms up overhead. So looking down a couple of yards in front of you. And then maybe looking right at the horizon where maybe land and sea meet, right where you're level with your eyes. And then maybe just lifting your eyes and your chin a little bit to look up toward the ceiling. If you're outside, you could look at the sky. And then exhale, hands down, drop that foot out, shake it out. Other side, side B. Go ahead and bend that left foot. You can stay here. This is a great position to start with, and slowly kind of start moving your foot up a little higher. Maybe you get to the inside of the thigh. Maybe you get just to anywhere. Anywhere's a good spot, right? Still a tree. Lift up, arms up overhead. Stretch to the fingertips. Look down a couple of yards in front of you. And then lift your eyes to the horizon. Chin is level, gaze is level. And then up to the edge of the ceiling, where the ceiling and wall meet, or where the sky is. And then exhale everything down, shake it out. Thank you, Lucy. Go ahead and take your feet wide again. Not as wide as you did for warrior two. Okay. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Take your hands to your hip crease. You're going to exhale, reach out through your chest, fold over your finger. Stretch out nice and long. A little bit more weight on the balls of the feet than on the heels. Lift a little and exhale, fold. Take your fingertips down to those cupcake hands again. You're going to inhale, cow tilt. Exhale, cat arch. Inhale, tilt. And exhale, arch. Last time, inhale, tilt. Exhale, arch. Inhale, tilt, stay here for a breath. Maybe walk your feet a little bit wider. Go ahead and take your palms flat or fingertips or wrists. Fists down, whatever feels good for you. Shake your head out, yes and no. And inhaling halfway out, come back on those cupcake fingers. Right fingers down, left sweeps up to the left, a little twist here. Exhale, left fingertips down, cupcake hand. Inhale, right up. Lucy thinks I have something in my hand. And exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, pull those heels and feet in a little bit closer. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees and come into a mid squat. So I think of a mid squat as sort of your bum and your knees are about the same space. Okay. Forearms to the insides of those inside legs. Lift your toes, wiggle them around a little bit here. And think long spine. So you're going to kind of tuck the belly in, sort of in a cow tilt position. Lengthen out through the spine. If you want a little bit more, you can take your hands to the insides of your ankles, elbows inside the knees. Then inhale, walk those hands up. Press all the way up to standing. Walk or hop your feet together. Come back to your mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Close your eyes. And then inhale, sweep your hands all the way up. Bend your knees. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step that right leg back, then the left. Come down onto your knees. You can do cupcake hands here again or forearms, whatever you want to do. We're going to lower super, super slow. Come about halfway, press back up. And change your hand position if you want to. Lower down, maybe a little further. Come back up. And last time, lower all the way down. Arms out in front of you. Little Sphinx pose here. So stretch those hands out, elbows directly beneath the shoulders. It's Thursday and I'm still losing words. Think nice long spine, reach forward, pulling the mat and lifting yourself forward. If you want more back bend here, you can always kind of pull the chest and the belly button forward. If you want less back bend, go ahead and engage the core and lift a little bit so you get a little less pull in the back. And that might feel better for you. Go ahead and relax down. I have a helper. And come all the way down onto your back. This is Lucy's favorite pose whenever I'm on my back. So take your hands alongside your hips. Take a couple of breaths here. You're going to take that left leg out straight, bring that right knee into your chest. Don't mind the Lucy, right? Take your hand behind your knee if you have any knee issues. It's also just a bit more comfortable. And then go ahead and inhale, stretch and point, flex, point, flex. Bend the knee a little bit, exhale, straighten it out, press through the heel. Drop that down, stretch it out, switch legs. Thank you, Lucy. She's gonna purr for us and murp now. Hand behind the knee, pull it in, Point and flex at the top, get a little stretch, or you can even circle the ankle if that feels good. Bend the knee a little bit more, stretch. Remember, it doesn't matter how close it is towards your nose. I don't really want to have my toe in my nose, but. And bend that knee, drop that foot down. Go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left. I'm going to thread the needle here. So there are a couple of variations on this. You can take your right hand to your knee and just press that right knee away from you gently. Lucy hasn't had her claws cut in a while. They are very acupuncture. I am getting an experience. Or if you have a little bit more opening today, you can take your hands behind your left thigh. If you have more opening, you can always take your hands in front of your shin muscle, or excuse me, shin, and just pull it to you. Here too, you can either just let that left leg kind of hang out there, or you can take it up straight for a little back of the leg stretch too. Bend that left knee, drop that left leg. Go ahead and unwind there. Take a breath here. And then go ahead and cross that left over right. Once again, left hand to the left knee if you want to start here, so kind of feel where it's going to go. And or reach around behind that right knee. Leave the toe hanging or stretch it up. I can tell this is my tighter side. Everything's a little more stuck. Exhale, drop that foot down. Unwind, take a breath or two here. And then go ahead and cross that right leg over that left. Tuck it in really deeply. Arms out to the side, either palms up, or you can even take sort of cactus arms. Lift your hips over to the right. Drop your knees over to the left. You can look straight up at the ceiling if you have any neck issues, or you can turn and lift your head a little bit, look over your right shoulder. If you want a little bit more twist, take that left hand to that left thigh and just pull it over. Release whatever holds you have. Come back to the center. Unwind your legs. Shift your hips straight down the middle again. Cross that left over right. Pick up your hips. Shift them over to the left. Drop those knees to the right. Once again, looking straight up, or you can lift your head, turn, and look over your right shoulder. Excuse me, left shoulder. You can always take that right hand and pull that left thigh down a little bit more. Bit more stretch in the side body, the hip flexors. And then release that, come back up through center, unwind, shift the hips straight down the middle. Bring your knees into your chest, maybe rock them side to side, make little circles. Give yourself a little lower back massage. Then drop both feet flat. You're going to walk them a little wider, arms out to the side. You're going to kind of press your palms into the floor, lift your shoulder blades and kind of tuck them underneath. Preparation for Savasana here. Press your feet, tilt your hips down. Let's take your tailbone down towards your feet. Drop them down, walk your feet a little closer. Lift the hips, tuck that tailbone down a little bit more. It doesn't mean that your back is flat on the floor. Doesn't have to stay there. And then go ahead and take one foot at a time. Relax them down. Turn the palms to face up. Lift your chin for just a moment. Look at your toes and then drop it back down, looking up over your head. So to point somewhere above here, not straight up, but a little bit above, kind of gives your neck that nice length that you might need to protect it. Close your eyes and just start to notice your breath again. Starting to feel your heels on the floor, maybe the backs of your calves, your hips, maybe lower back, mid-back, shoulder blades and shoulders, the back of your head, the back of your upper arms, forearms, and the backs of your hands. Just resting on the floor. Taking a nice deep inhale, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly bend your knees and bring them flat to the floor. I can sigh here again. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Stretch the fingertips, lengthening the spine. Exhale, rolling over to your left or right side. I'm going to make my way all the way up. And whenever you're ready, coming up to whatever seated position you like best. Palms up or down, eyes closed or open. Take a moment to find center. Give thanks for these few moments of yoga that you've had for stretching and breathing. Come back to your intention. Bring your hands to your heart. Peace and namaste. Have a wonderful day.